I talked about Pat Toomey yesterday versus Reed in Rhode Island. So Reed in Rhode Island is the Democrat. Toomey is the Republican in Pennsylvania. He actually traded bonds before he actually has a clue about what he's talking about in terms of markets. And he said to her, hey, look, have you thought about like this potentially being negative? Like keeping rates at zero forever could be negative. Have you thought about that in the out years? Janet looked at her, just kind of looked at Pat and said, how her eyes are like darting around? No. Isn't that crazy? That's crazier than she looks sometimes. It's crazy. There is no risk management or nonlinear forecasting process in the world that doesn't consider the antithesis. None. Have you ever done anything from an investment perspective or a decision-making process in your life not considering the other side of the trade? It's really fascinating when you think about it in the most basic of terms, isn't it? She also had the comment on her change in labor market conditions index. Josephine, if you could show that. It's on slide 70. So this one we've highlighted because, this damn data, she can't run away from it, at least not from us. The CNBCs of the world, got Steve Leisman out there. He's an English major. I'm sure he knows everything about macro markets. But the down 4.8%, which we should have on there, that's updated for now for May. That was the 5th consecutive month of her key change in labor market conditions index slowing. And the question from one of the senators was, every other time that the change in your labor market conditions index has gone negative for 5 months in a row, the Federal Reserve has been easing. Why are you talking about raising? And she didn't answer the question honestly. I was really disappointed in her because there are people out there, friends of mine, who've said, Keith, don't give her such a hard time. She's just a bureaucrat trying to do her job, and she's a real honest and nice person. Well, she might be all those things, privately, but publicly, you lied to people when you said that, because she basically answered the question with some levels answer. You called it the change in index, okay? The rate of change. You have to start being honest, Janet. You can't be running from your shadow like you tried to do yesterday. You tried to even say at one point that they were going to be doing less forecasting. I mean, it's getting really dicey.